The first way that Clavicular resembles these end times is how the culture has shifted to a big focus on the external instead of the internal. Before, people were focused more on things like character, focused more on things like developing skills, and these things that build you as a man and are more internal things as opposed to external things. People would go to the gym for health. They would go to look and feel better, but now it feels like everyone in the gym is just chasing aesthetics. They don't really care about their health. There's been this massive shift in this online trend called looks maxing, where we even have men who are focused on improving their looks. There's a big culture shift that is not natural. Humans should not be really focused on how they looked in nature. Like, if we were just like primal humans, we wouldn't have even seen our reflection. Maybe once or twice, in a puddle or like a massive lake, maybe you would have seen yourself a couple of times, but even seeing yourself every day isn't like a normal, natural thing. So there's been this big shift as well on focusing on men, especially focusing on their looks, focusing on these external things instead of focusing on the internal. Right now, you ask a guy, how do you get into a relationship? They're focusing on looks maxing. They're focusing on frame mogging, focusing on how they look instead of focusing on things like character. The next thing is social media comparisons. Is the second sign that I have come up with, is how we have so many online creators. We have like oh man, we have Clavicular, Zeta. We have we have a lot of looks maxers basically. So you compare yourself with all these different people when normally that would not have happened. Like, primal human beings, you would only, and just in general, like, you would only know what's going on in like your tribe, in your community, and things that are going on around you, like basically based on like proximity. That's like how you would have known everything. You wouldn't have known what's going on in like tribes, hundreds of miles away. You wouldn't have known these types of things. You would have only focused on what's around you, proximity wise. You wouldn't have focused on or even known what was going on, in completely different separate places. So we have this influx of comparison on social media. You see all these different people trying to mog each other on the internet, and this is not a normal thing for you to compare yourself to so many different people on the internet. So that's like the second sign. Is like, comparison is a thief of joy. We have this mass influx of like social media comparison basically. The next thing is, and keeping in the theme with the first one, going back to it, is like, the culture has shifted to the external, but also focusing on more materialistic things. So like, I'll just basically say, I just basically am rewording it now, but like, instead of focusing on character, focusing on looks. Like, that's one big shift that is like not how I think we should conduct ourselves. So just this focus on the materialistic is another